In December 2017, a Reddit user named TechFire posted something that cost Apple $113 million. He proved Apple was intentionally slowing down your iPhone without telling you. Within 48 hours, this post exploded, exposing one of the biggest tech conspiracies ever. But trust me, the real story is way darker than you think. TechFire wasn't a tech genius or some industry insider. He was just like you and me, a regular iPhone 6s user who noticed something seriously wrong. After updating to iOS 10.2.1, his phone turned into a slug. Apps took forever to load, the camera lagged like it was stuck in molasses, and even typing felt like torture. Sound familiar? If your iPhone ever felt like it was betraying you, you're not alone. Instead of shelling out hundreds for a new iPhone like Apple wanted, TechFire tried something else. He spent $79 to replace his phone's battery at a local repair shop. The moment he powered it back on, everything changed. His iPhone was fast again, lightning fast. Apps that crawl before now open in a snap. It was like getting a brand new phone for a fraction of cost. This wasn't just luck. It was a clue to something massive. TechFire shared his discovery on Reddit with benchmark and screenshots as proof. His post was simple. PSA: if your iPhone is slow, try replacing the battery. Within 6 hours, it had 1,000 upvotes. By the next day, 50,000. Comments pouring from iPhone users worldwide. Same phone, same iOS update, same slowdowns. The pattern was crystal clear, and the internet was buzzing. Apple couldn't ignore this forever. Tech experts jumped in, tearing apart iOS code like detectives. What they found was jaw-dropping. Buried deep in the operating system was a secret feature called performance management. Apple never mentioned it in any update notes. This code quietly monitored your battery's health and slashed your phone's processing power when the battery got old. It was like Apple installed a speed limiter in your iPhone without you knowing. Here's how Apple rigged your phone. When your battery's capacity fell below 80%, iOS secretly cut your CPU speed by up to 50%. Your phone was running at half power, and you'd never know why. The kicker? This throttling kicked in around the 18-month mark, right when most people start eyeing a new iPhone. Coincidence? I don't think so. Apple made your phone feel broken just in time for their next big launch. Lawsuits later uncovered damning evidence. Internal Apple emails from 2016 showed executives knew this would frustrate users. One email said, "We expect increased customer complaints about performance." Another wrote, "This will drive upgrade cycles." They knew your phone would feel unusable, and they banked on you buy a new iPhone instead of a $79 battery. This wasn't a bug, it was a business plan. When TechFire's post went viral, Apple went silent. For 48 hours, their stock plummeted, wiping out $12 billion in value as angry customers demanded answers. Finally, Apple issued a statement claiming they'd never slowed down phones to push upgrades. But here's the catch. They didn't deny the throttling. They just called it user experience improvements. Sounds like corporate spin, doesn't it? Apple's excuse? They said the slowdown prevented unexpected shutdowns from aging batteries. They painted themselves as heroes protecting your phone from crashing. But experts called it out. Modern smartphones already have protections against power issues. The real reason was simple. Slow phones feel broken, and broken phones get replaced. Apple wasn't saving your phone. They were pushing you to buy a new one. Under massive pressure, Apple finally came clean in December 2017. They published an apology admitting they slowed down older iPhones for performance management. But even in their apology, they dodged the full truth. They didn't mention how these slowdowns conveniently happen right before new iPhone launches. It wasn't about protecting your phone. It was about protecting their profits. Within 2 weeks of Apple's admission, 60 lawsuits hit them from 13 countries. Legal documents revealed even more dirt. Internal Apple presentations showed executives tracking how unhappy the slowdowns made customers. They literally measured how much their throttling annoyed you. This wasn't an accident. It was a calculated move affecting 500 million iPhones worldwide. Forensic analysis sealed Apple's fate. The throttling wasn't random. It followed a pattern perfectly timed with iPhone releases. iPhone 6 units slowed down heavily in September 2016, just before the iPhone 7 dropped. iPhone 6s devices tanked in September 2017, right before the iPhone 8 and X. The timing was too perfect to be a coincidence. Apple was playing chess with your wallet. Governments worldwide smelled a rat. France slapped Apple with a €25 million fine for deceptive commercial practices. Italy hit them with 10 million euros. In the US, Senator John Thune called out, saying, "This appears to be planned obsolescence designed to force upgrades." Apple was caught manipulating hundreds of millions of devices, and the world wasn't letting them off easy. Apple paid $113 million in US settlements and hundreds of millions more globally. They offered $29 battery replacements to calm the storm. Sounds generous, right? Wrong. That year, Apple raked in $365 billion in revenue. The settlements were just 0.03% of their income. Pocket change for a scam that ran for 3 years. They got off easy. The real cost wasn't the fines. It was what you paid. Experts estimate 100 million people bought new iPhones instead of replacing batteries. At $600 per phone on average, Apple potentially pocketed $60 billion from this deception. That $113 million fine, it was the best investment they ever made, and you paid for it. Today, your iPhone shows battery health in settings, and you can turn off performance throttling. But don't thank Apple. They only added this because they got caught. How many other secrets are hiding in your phone right now? Apple proved tech giants will lie and manipulate until the truth forces their hand. This was just Apple's dirty secret. Next week, we're diving into how Google buried the scandal in search results to protect their $120 billion deal with Apple. The Silicon Valley conspiracy runs deeper than you think. Subscribe, hit the bell, and tell us in the comments, which tech giant should we expose next?